that the Almighty Allah gave to us. And our focus, as usual, should be to thank God for what has happened. We say, in all things, give thanks to God. God knows better. God knows why this happened. This morning, I'm sure you are aware we were to be here earlier than we came. That again was another intervention by God. So even though we compelled the conference to start very early at 9, it started after 10. And so man will always propose, but God will dispose. None of us knew when we would come into the world, and none of us knew when we would leave the world. And so we thank God because He gave us very good people, and they have served well. There are a number of things that have already been said, and I will not repeat them. But I really worked very closely with our late brother, our late father, our late husband, when I was the Minister for Health. He was my administrator. So to see me, you have to see him first before you come to see me. That's how we went for the 12 months that I was in the Ministry of Health. And so since then, he's been very, very close to me. And sometimes we always agree to disagree. I recall even the first John, the first term that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama was in power, and gave him an appointment. Immediately I heard the announcement, I called him. He said, no, I do something. I think you should rather go to some different place. And he said, no, that is what His Excellency are giving him. And he's grateful. That decision is not ours, it's his. And so we just chatted over it and laughed. And I said, okay, that's a good beginning. You can start from there. Because I know his capacity. I worked with him. Then, later, he was made Minister for Food and Agri. Short while, we lost election. And so I was not surprised that he even went into agric and farming and was in charge of His Excellency's large commercial farm. So when we came back, this was another discussion. And his name featured always in our discussion. Whether to let him go to Food and Agric again or somewhere. These were the discussions we held throughout. And for some good reason, another person was given that ministry. And so we asked him to try to continue. But as politicians and their ambitions, he kept on coming that no, he should give a position. And so we're all happy that, yes, he's been given another role. We don't determine, because you have put us there to serve you. So wherever we are called to serve, we go. We actually I was in Geneva and I attended the World Speakers Conference. And luckily, because of the goodness of Ghanaians, I've been in Parliament for long. And so wherever I go now, in the political arena, I'm seen as a senior. So the speakers usually defer to me, because many of them, maybe 2 years, 3 years, they are speakers. Now I'm in my 5th year. Many of them, 4 years in Parliament, or 8 years in Parliament. They're just not up to my 33. And so when I talk, they listen. And we had a very good conversation. And from there, we went to the National Conference for State Legislators. We've been there since 2001, 2002 as observers. But with this, I've managed to transit Parliament of Ghana. And we are now in Africa, the only international affiliate member of that conference in the US. So, Ghana is held very, very high. Very, very high in the Committee of Parliaments in the world. The only other international member is Quebec. No other country has qualified to join all the parliaments of America. Every year they have a conference. That's where we go, and that's where we were, and that's where they mentioned we were. So we are in the International Council. We contribute to global parliamentary development in the world. And so when this happened, and as he said, when he was presented, he had to mention that this was what happened. We broke down. I couldn't present my papers. That was the end of my conference. But I had to be present in their events. And that is why I gave the opportunity for him to rush first to come. And I had to call to also get permission to leave and to rearrange my flights to come earlier than scheduled. And so when I landed on Saturday, I rushed to His Excellency because I saw him weep like a baby. So I had to go calm him down. I said, we are looking at you as a leader of the country. So we had a good descent and we moved to the State House on Saturday that I arrived and participated in everything. And then yesterday, Sunday, we were there together. By being a chief, a traditional chief, you know, we cannot go to the cemetery. We can't see corpses. We can't see the remains of dead people. That's why I was not finally at the cemetery, but you saw me at the State House, because I'm now a chief. You know, that one, the development chiefs are 4, but the main chief is 1. And that one is where the custom caught me. After the development chiefs are craft one. But being in charge of a stool and land, that one I'm caught. And that's why you didn't see me there. And so we are here to reiterate what you've heard. We are really all heartbroken. This was a shock, not only to us in Ghana, to the world. This don't usually happen. But one thing that it has taught all of us is the interconnectedness of human beings. Their departure has affected all of us. And I must say, whether you like it or not, it has changed all of us. And that is why we always insist that each be his neighbor's keeper. We don't live as individuals. God created a society, and we have to live as a society. Very important. You all would have heard what happened. When the investigations come, we'll get to know what truly happened. But people should not be saying what they are saying. Because all the words of wisdom that God taught us says words that come out from our mouth. They are so powerful. They make and unmake everything in the world. The world itself was created by word. But Ghanaians, I can understand. We are spiritual people. We are very religious people. But I think we just read them like school. We really don't understand what we read. Because it could have been any of us. We had to fly to come. How can you George fly? We all had the turbulence anytime you fly. It can't stop you from flying. This is how the world is moving forward. Now even people fly to space on tourism. And so how would you know flying will bring such a tragedy to a whole nation? And instead of people learning from these lessons, they are out there playing the invincibility. It doesn't help any person. I'm saying this because we are all here as leaders, so that we can also add our words to talk to our whatever differences we have. And yet the creation of God. It's God that created us different. And that is what politics is about. How you get that difference to work together in unity. So that everybody's interests, that different interests, are all factored in what we do. That is to unite us, to bring us together, not to divide us, not to let us hate each other. I can't get it. It's so sad. I listened to His Excellency plead throughout his speeches. I listened to wise counsel from the elders. And yet, it's going on. We will definitely do our best. We have done, by the Muslim custom, a befitting burial. But the funerals will still continue. We want to assure the family, both immediate and extended family, we want to assure his constituents, because we know how he wanted to serve as a member of parliament, how we worked together. It was not his time, it's not been his time. I want to assure everybody we are together in this battle. We do as expected of us in parliament, and be assured, well, with you, our hearts are also broken, do all we can to make the legacy that they have left so historic that it will continue to be a lesson. Well, that's what God does. He has to give us lessons so that we can do better. So when you don't learn from those lessons, that you continue to do what we are doing. But I want to thank you for the patience. I want to thank all of you for the opportunity you've given us. And I want to assure you once again that Parliament is with you, and we do all we can to support each other until the Almighty Allah calls us back. We are more spiritual than physical. And when you are young, the flesh is stronger. As you grow old, the soul and the spirit dominates. When you get to a very advanced age, the spirit is stronger. Every elderly person will tell you. And so our people in the spiritual world the imams, the pastors, the reverends, we should listen to them. It's not all of them who are looking for money. Don't take what they say for granted. If they say act, act. I listen to all. I myself have been threatened many times. And I listen to the prophecies. I don't take them sleeping. Because that's their area. I can't say somebody who is not in parliament will know parliamentary work more than me. And so I don't know about the spiritual world more than those who are taking it as a career. And so all these things work for good. You should not ignore them. Please, once again, let us, in this grief, not forget about the power of the Almighty God. All works for our good. And we'll continue to thank Him for giving us these precious lives, for the service they render to us. And we pray that He finds a good place in Jannah for them to say until we meet again. I thank you.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
Come next Friday. Which one is on? Speaker. I will have to invite you to my mosque. Yes.
I will speak in Arabic.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah. MashaAllah.
Sabahir.
Well, this is to tell you that at a point in time, the speaker actually stayed and worked in Syria for some number of years. So his Arabic is still very good. Maybe we'll test him. We have a book of condolences. Before you sign it, I just will quickly introduce some members of the family he left behind. Let me start with the fathers. Abdullah, are you here? Abdullah is one of the brothers in the States. I think behind him is a sister.
Sister-in-law.
Sadia. And then, where is Fauzia, sister. Then where is Omar?
Umar is upstairs.
Then Kasha. Then Hawa. Okay. For now, that is what it is.
So we are currently at the residence of Alhaji
It's a son.
Limona, late Alhaji Limona,
The first one is out there.
who was the acting deputy coordinator of the national security and part of the 8 fallen heroes. The family spokesperson is now introducing some members of the family to the Speaker of Parliament and leadership of Parliament.
Sign comments. After that, we may the speaker confirm
Now the majority leader is leading the team from Parliament to go and sign the book of condolence.
everything. I have just
The Speaker of Parliament has also joined them in signing the Book of Condolence. So that is the Speaker of Parliament, Mr. Oban Bagbin, signing the Book of Condolence. So the Speaker of Parliament just finished signing the Book of Condolences. Next is the Majority Leader, Mr.
No media inside, please. It is said that
So, Alhaji Muniru Mohammed is part of the fallen officials who lost their life during the helicopter crash that occurred last week.
Ramadan is the landlord of the constituency. Anytime he decides that he wants us to move out, the details. I recognize Mr. Honorable Jason.
Though the Islamic burial service was held for him and Alhaji Dr. Mutala just yesterday, the leadership of Parliament is here at his residence to commiserate with the family, because according to the Speaker, the leadership of Parliament was outside of the country when the incident happened, so they couldn't come before the burial service. So today, after the funeral, they are here to commiserate with the family.
Yes, I can get water.
The majority leader is still signing the Book of Condolences. And in waiting is the Majority Chief Whip.
I also know the Vice President of MTN Africa has also been waiting. I believe as soon as the Speaker takes leave of us, we will receive Reverend Wenger.
He is done now, and he is joining the rest of the team. We are still at the residence of Alhaji Limuna, where the family and loved ones are gathered. Let me wrap up. So we are still at the residence of Alhaji Limuna, one of the fallen heroes of the helicopter crash that occurred somewhere last week. From here, the Speaker of Parliament will still lead leadership of the legislature to also visit the residences of Dr. Omanibuama and Dr. Multala, also here in Accra. So I'll be bringing you more update as they get to the location. So from the residence of Alhaji Muniru Mohammed, Rachel Quarting, GBC News.
So we brought you a live feed from the residence of the late acting Deputy National Security Coordinator, where the Speaker of Parliament and a delegation visited the bereaved family. He'll be moving to other residences of bereaved families in the tragic helicopter crash that happened on Wednesday, August 6, 2025. We'll bring you details, but next we'll be bringing you the news hour at 2 p.m. So until then, please enjoy the rest of our programs.